Resident Evil 3. What a joke. Remastered. Remastered to what? To his reboot. Oh, they love him. They have no idea. That's a franchise, but was ruined by that thing. Yeah. We all know this is not the real Nemesis. The real Nemesis wouldn't have a fucking nose. That wouldn't be so fucking stupid. Why? Because it's weak. It had bad writing. It's just got it. Like everything that's been coming out this year. I know how to end this once and for all. With these hands. These dirty hands. And with these hands, I hope make a million. They think he's a god. But he's just as mortal as we. I know how to just finish this. It's just one little twist. And it's over. Just one. Just. It's happening again. My brain. I'm just out of my brain. No. Franchise been ruined. Doom Eternals, it sucks. Why? Why? And the virus has made it worse. We know Mozart like shit. We like, why? The whole world's falling apart as we know it. Earth people still think the Earth is flat. What the fuck is wrong with people? And that's why we're gonna talk about this today. Fucking terrific. Fuck out of here, trash. Oh. Hey guys, how are you? That's good. So today, I want to make a review of Resident Evil 3. I haven't played the game, I just watched through it, and goddamn. Oh boy, this is so disappointing. Resident Evil 3 is such a great disappointment. I have been trying to make this review for quite some time, but goddamn, the fact that it was short, and the fact that there's barely like combat in the games, and the fact that it's a really short game, it's so disappointing. And especially the monsters weren't really monsters. They look like and the way they do to you, they look like hentai monsters now. It's just really disturbing, to say the least. Because I think I'm not the only one that thinks this. Because if you look at the clips of the monsters, how the way they kill you, it's very look like people ruin everything, except Resident Evil. Great. So anyways, and also Nemesis is also pretty shit too. It's like there's still no backstory with him. There's still no really interesting about him, except he has a nose. It's like fucking terrific. And why does his teeth look so ginormous? His teeth, he literally looks like some of the Mask. Some of the Mask characters, where their teeth are like fucking ginormous. Or he looked like one of the Spawn, or him in general just looks like the Spawn characters from the McFarlane comic books. I don't really mind the comic books, but the fact that their teeth are so fucking huge, like same thing as in Resident Evil 3 remake, like why his teeth are so fucking big? I don't get that. Why can't you just make it like realistic biology? Make them have real regular teeth like this, like me. How hard could that be? Cause that'd be creepy. He had like human like teeth. Cause that'd be disturbing looking. Let alone it'd be like it says he's human in the comic books or the manga, whatever the hell they're called. It turns out he was actually a wrestler who literally fights people for his family and stuff and trying to provide the family. You know, it was hella cool. I like that backstory where they literally like kill his family, but they didn't just kill them. They literally made them to zombies. And that's awful. That is fucked. And that is so perfect for a fucking story like that. Like, you know, it would make more sense if the only reason he's hunting down stars is because he's been forced to do this. He has to become this monster and able so he could to complete this mission to destroy all the stars, or many of the stars members, and then he could see his family again. That would be fucking good. But of course they did not do that. They have never done that. Instead we had this zero backstory where he's just a constant boss fight. And literally the game, all you ever faced off is Nemesis himself. There's no other boss fights. And that's kind of disappointing, to say the least. Don't get me wrong, in Resident Evil 2 Remake, sometimes you face off William Birkin half the time. But the majority of time, you get some other cool boss fights, like Mr. X and... Fuck me, I think that is the only one. Whatever. But yeah, I don't really care. Resident Evil 2 was alright, nothing great. It gets really alright. I really like the dialogue. I didn't like the story how the way it was, but I did like Marvin and Leon Kennedy and a few other characters as well. They're actually really good, but some of them weren't really interesting, and especially like the villains themselves aren't really like have a strong motivation. It's like, what's their motivation? What's their angle at? Oh, because he's crazy? Oh, boohoo, stinky. It's like, stop that. You can't just make a crazy person just make the crazy person. Give him a backstory. Make him understand it. You know, if he got fucked over by the William Birkin and his wife, you know, that made him have nothing, it makes sense for him to be a fucking psycho. Where he's gonna connect his wife, connect his their daughter, you know, make him have a motivation, a strong motivation. Especially like a Doom Eternal, where they literally made him Doom guy. That's a cool idea, but again, it gives a weak ass backstory. It's like, oh yeah, I did kill Demon, bruh. Oh yeah, huge guts, bruh. And it's like, it's stupid. It's like, no, that does not give him a strong motivation. I like the first one to give him a way more stronger motivation. The fact that his son was killed by the demons, and the demons promised him to bring him back by destroying all of the Sentinels. And by doing so, they did bring his son back, but he becomes the icon of sin, where he literally has to fight him off in Doom Eternal. That would be fucking good. A great motivation of that story. It would be so powerful. It'd be so good. But of course, they had to suck the cock of the first Doom. It's like, it's not clever. You're not being clever. It's like what happens if the person, imagine like an Arkham Asylum, the series from Batman. Imagine the original Batman character is Michael Keaton the whole time. It's just like, what the fuck? That confused the hell out of people. That really confused the hell out of people. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Or imagine... oh no. Imagine how the reboots of it, it's actually just like... they're like a different parallel universe, and the real Leia Kennedy is actually the original Leia Kennedy. It's like, what the fuck? Stop that. That's not clever. You're not being clever. That's not good storytelling, though. It's just not clever, in my opinion. And I'm not the only one that speaks this mindset, because Markiplier says so himself, too. And a few other people just like, that's cute. That's cool and clever. like Indie Mouse and shit. It's like, dude, but you do realize that kind of like destroyed his motivation to kill demons, right? It kind of like weakens him in the as a character. It's like I thought the Doomslayer was an ancient sentinel that basically harnesses power by these other demons, in order for to ensure victory. And he literally betrayed his own people for the sake of seeing his son again. And that's a great motivation. I like that. It's a strong motivation. Because it's hella powerful. You lost your son because of demons, and then they made resurrect your son to become a bigger, meaner demon? That's sad. That's tragedy. But of course, they didn't do that. It's like, come on. Big brain. Big brain, huh? Oh yeah, and also, this kind of a shame part is that like we don't really have much backstories when it comes to the characters in the Resident Evil 3 remake. Especially like the characters themselves are just like really weak backstories. Especially Claire. Or I think wait, did I God damn it, I think I did I say her name right? I think yeah, I think it was Claire. I don't think so. Jill, fuck me. Yeah, Jill. Uh But yeah, Jill, her as a character, I like when they in the beginning it shows like this nightmare, nightmare dream when she's like become a zombie and then she's gonna commit suicide. That was pretty cool. However, in the manga, there was more other stuff where she's literally like trapped in her own like in her head, and she's like losing she's can't tell between it's real or not, and that'd be so fucking good. Where it's like it's fucking with the player itself, and that'd be so freaking good. And especially make Nemesis as like the predator basically. Every time he gets injured, he just fix himself. Like in the manga, he literally gets the scar from Jill when we literally where she literally stabbed him with the knife on his eye, and he stapled his eye, and that's super cool. I really wish they did that, where he's like fixing himself up, and then while Jill's trying to sneak away, because it was coincidentally he was just there, and then Jill was just trying to get to the path she needs to go. Well, she won't alert Nemesis. That'd be so fucking cool. Like it'd be terrifying when you're trying to sneak away while Nemesis is like trying to look and trying to be alert. It'd be so freaking good. It'd be like Predator. But whatever, we didn't got that. We just got, whatever. Especially it'd make more sense if Nemesis was like he started off as like more intelligent, and he started to shoot like trying to use guns first before even using his hands, like the stereotypical Mr. X. Like no, he's way more intelligent than Mr. X. He used guns and stuff to shoot things. Excuse me, to shoot things. Like, he literally has a machine gun, he has a knife, he has a Gatling gun, he has a missile launcher, he has a flamethrower, into that added addition of weapons. It'd be hella clever. Especially he wears like a gas mask, like a gas mask suit that's connected to his heart. And it'd be because it's some kind of virus that basically, because the heart itself right here on the chest, it's basically the main source of the virus. That's what's infecting him and made his what gave him the strength and the ability and infect other things too that surrounds it. Like, wouldn't it be more interesting that he basically like everything he touch and everything he breathes infect other things too, like insect, and make them giant human giant insect monsters, or he infect frogs and become like big old frog eating monsters. You know, ideas like that. Or better yet, he infect a human, and then the human starts to he doesn't transform right off the bat, just like the other creatures. It slowly metamorphoses, become the monster. But the twist is, Nemesis is the creator of the liquors, and you could see how the affection works. Start with Marvin, and you give more of a give more backstory and depth with his character, and then the horror revealed to itself. And then when he's gone basically and got infected, Jill's Jill's trying to push away Marvin, but his head like splits apart and shows the liquor head, and he starts like coming out of the skin like a snake basically. It'd be so fucking good. It'd be so terrifying, but so gross and so Resident Evil. But no, we didn't got that. And it's kind of sad too, because we mainly don't really see any like crazy infections or crazy like transformations and stuff. But whatever. And also the villain itself was the worst villain I've ever saw. Why can't they just use that one villain from Resident Evil 3 mangas? Where he's literally the guy who made Nemesis. Which that'd be so fucking good. Where you see this guy, he's just an ass, he's like a complete like psychopath. Where he's basically kind of like the Gemini killer from Exorcist 3. Good reference there. And he basically has the personality of that, where he's calm and collective, but he's like a fucking psychopath. And he knows what he did, he knows what's wrong, but he wants more results, and therefore he wants this be quiet as possible. You know? It makes sense if for him. It'd be a much more greater villain than the stupid mercenary villain we had from Resident Evil 3 remake. And it's such a shame that we had that. Because he wasn't really intelligent, nor he just like wasn't really intimidating at all, in my opinion. He was just a generic dumb villain. Like from Street Fighters. Oh, what you get? Oh, you want to do? Take over the world, of course. You know, stupid shit like that. It's like it's not a good motivation for a character like that. It's not strong enough. But whatever. Anyways, I don't say I don't like Resident Evil 3 remake at all. I just felt really nitpicking about it. I like the action scenes. I love the gameplay when she dodged. That was really clever. And I love the characters too, especially Carlos. Like he started off really douchey, but then he started off a really lovable character. Which I do wish they did kill him off. From the end, like right from the get-go. Not like all like just like that. Just give him more time and give him more of a love, because that'd be so tragedy. He lost his character. He saved Jill's. He basically take the bullet for her and die basically, and so he could see her live. You know, it'd be so sad. It'd be such a good tragedy character like that. But yeah, then again, we wouldn't have because no. We can't live a world without a Carlos world. Hell no. Fuck no, bro. Alright. Anyways. And then also the stupid survival game that Resident Evil did was purely garbage. The only thing was good when you played the villain. That's kind of the only thing was good. Whatever. And also when every time Nemesis came, it wasn't really scary, because in the old one he basically came out of nowhere, where you don't even know where he's gonna come. But in this one, it's just like story. It's like a story cutscenes. Then he comes there. It's just stupid. Like that doesn't make any sense. But whatever. So that's basically my opinion on Resident Evil 3 remake. So. It was alright, nothing great. I'm hoping they would bring it back. But man, wouldn't that be so good if Resident Evil 3 remake it explains Nemesis' backstory and show his tragedy, and the thing is, and also maintain his humanity. Also, is his eyes, his human eye that actually just shows like a human eye instead of just like a white pale eye. It just shows a good gateway to his soul. And it shows really tragedy for his backstory. Like, he's literally crawling towards Jill when he's completely done, basically. And he's trying his best to complete his mission. And he's trying to so he could see his family again. Either way, he's beyond gone now. because now he's just inhuman anymore. He become this monster that his family won't even recognize anymore. And then Nemesis just grabbed her gun and put it on his head, and it's like he just wants to end it, because look at him, he's a monstrosity now, that he just wants to end it now. And you feel it, you see the sadness in his eyes, or his eye, and just like, man, it would be so fucking powerful. And also, what he's holding on his palm, it's all like embedded of his flesh, and shows like the picture of his family. And Jill's like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, I'm an asshole. I didn't know you want to see your family. Fuck. It was so fucking good. You'd basically be like Death Stranding Cliff moment right there, where you realize that Cliff just wanted to see his baby again. He willingly to go back to the living world and bring like an army of the dead so he could see his BB, save his BB again. You know, that's such a strong fucking moment right there. Cause I like it how in Death Stranding, by the way, how everyone's like, oh, Cliff is he's gonna be taking over the world. Oh, Cliff control this guy. No, he just wants to see his BB. And that's a strong motivation. I like that. I already seen that from the get-go. All he wants is just to see his baby back. That's all he wants to see. Just want his baby. And that's a great motivation there. And that's a strong motivation. Hell, if a monster all he wants to do just see his baby back, see his family again, hell yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. You know? But whatever. So anyways, bye-bye. As always, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and you can comment anything. If you think I'm wrong, you say, fuck you, Eddie, you don't know shit. I'm gonna throw hands at you for the fucking week. Okay, cool. Anyways, if you like the comment, leave comments. I don't care. Anyways, and then I'm sorry I haven't been making videos. It's been really hectic, and I am been working on this other film for a while, and I've also been working on a secret project that's something to do with Resident Evil 3, by the way. So, So, anyways, thanks again for the love and support you guys have given me. So, thank you very much. Bye bye.